All right, so good evening and welcome to the Dartmouth Health Workforce Readiness Institute's winter graduation of 2023. My name is Bethany Orcutt and I am a specialist on the workforce development team. Kristen Laframboise, one of our workforce strategy managers, joins me this evening and we will be your masters of ceremonies. It is our pleasure to welcome you all to this graduation ceremony. So celebrating our graduates is a favorite part of our work, and understanding that we remain in ever-challenging times that limit our abilities to be together in the same physical space, we will celebrate virtually. We will be in the comfort of our home in our comfy clothes, and we will recognize the efforts of our graduates and apprentices. We thank you all for joining us this evening and participating in this virtual graduation. So the schedule for this evening will be as follows: a welcome and acknowledgement from the workforce development team, words of welcome and wisdom from the keynote apprenticeship and student speakers, recognition of our graduates, the announcement of the outstanding student award winner, and lastly, closing remarks. We are here tonight to recognize and celebrate the hard work and dedication of 13 cohorts of our Workforce Readiness Institute students. Healthcare is not for the faint of heart. We work in an ever-changing world, an environment with staffing shortages, and with patients who we often see at their most vulnerable moments. Our own traditional classrooms are replaced with hybrid or fully remote online learning. These folks we celebrate this evening entered into their training aware of these challenges with a calling to serve. This exemplifies their empathy, resilience, and dedication to their communities. As one student once said, it's a calling. These individuals came to the WRI over the past year looking to advance their careers and become part of the healthcare community. In addition, they have become part of the WRI and Dartmouth Health family. Those graduating from their training programs and those completing their apprenticeships have achieved great success. We have witnessed firsthand their resilience, determination, and drive. We could not be more proud of their motivation to succeed in their programs and advance to helping others. They have pushed and propelled, and in some cases dragged their way forward. And it has not always been an easy journey. People who were once masters in their previous careers took the leap to trust themselves and us. Watching these students and apprentices travel through what is not always an easy journey, in fact, it can be difficult and uncomfortable, is always a humbling experience for us at the WRI. All right, we know that no one travels this journey alone. We would like to take a moment to recognize the many people who were there to love, nurture, inspire, and support these students as they took on the challenge of learning a new trade and starting work within the Dartmouth Health system. Specifically, a heartfelt thank you to the following: husbands, wives, girlfriends, boyfriends, and life partners, mothers, fathers, sons, daughters, siblings, and other members of our families, including our chosen family members, the furry friends that offered their company in late night study sessions, friends, coworkers, neighbors, and community members, and of course, our hiring managers. Thank you all for your care, kindness, and support that help these students along their path to success. And lastly, thank you to the graduates. We are so glad you chose the Dartmouth Health community to share your talents, strengths, and dedications with. On behalf of the Dartmouth Health family, we welcome you. I now have the pleasure of introducing our keynote speaker, Dwayna Covey, Vice President, Center for Learning and Professional Development. Dwayna has been a valued team member of Dartmouth Health since 2007. Dwayna holds a Bachelor of Science in Human Services from Springfield College and a Master's in Education with a concentration in Guidance and Counseling from Norwich University. She has completed multiple certifications in executive leadership, organizational development, employee well-being, professional empowerment, and physician coaching. Dwayna has also completed the D.H. Conity Leadership Development Program and the Dartmouth Institute Fundamentals of Value-Based Healthcare Certificate. Dwayna serves as faculty for the Leading at DH Leadership Development Program and recently completed board membership for Leadership Upper Valley Advisory Committee. And that's just a portion of her many accomplishments. Dwayna is a key partner in promoting growth and development of employees within Dartmouth Health and the Workforce Readiness Institute. Please join me in welcoming Dwayna as she shares some words of wisdom with our graduates. Dwayna?
Thank you, Bethany. It is truly an honor to be here this evening in witness of the hard work and dedication that goes into our programs, the teaching and learning, and the successful student learner outcomes. You are joining or rejoining healthcare at a pivotal time, a time that we have not seen before as we recover, heal, and strategize the future in the face of COVID-19. Where we once thought a major virus would be an interruption for a bit of time, has become a disruptor to our world and to the healthcare in ways that we could not have known almost 3 years ago. I laughed at my husband when he called me while I was in San Diego at a healthcare simulation conference in the last week of January in 2020, in that I needed to come right home because of the impending virus to hit the United States. I was surrounded by thousands of healthcare providers, technicians, and healthcare professionals from various specialties, and people did not seem all that worried. This allowed me to settle my husband and assure him that all would be well. Little did I know that my first day back at work following that trip would have us in the midst of COVID in New Hampshire, and that life as we knew it was about to change healthcare in major ways. In thinking about the early days, I recall the daily agility that was needed as information new came out and about, and we had to find ways for team members to step up and help each other, and that they did. Policy and process was modified in minutes and hours when previously it could take us weeks, sometimes months. The camaraderie of what it means to be a member of the healthcare society became more evident with each passing day, and it was clear that the mission of the physical location at Dartmouth Health System where I work and what I saw was that we were hitting the mark to provide our mission of providing care for each person, the best care in the right place at the right time, every time. Since this crossroad, we have continued to grow and expand our workforce development programs and partnerships with post-secondary institutions to better position us to fill our employee vacancies and expand opportunities for our team members to learn, grow, and stay with us here at Dartmouth Health for the span of a career. We are positioned to open our new patient pavilion in May of this year, which provides state-of-the-art technology and beautiful spaces for caring for our patients and doing our work together as interprofessional teams. Healthcare as a whole has seen an increase of telemedicine, a focus on diversity, equity, inclusion, and belonging for how we serve each other and our populations, and seeking new ways to do our work, whether that is on a DH campus, in an office, or at home. You are all part of our future. I have been fortunate in my career to have many cheerleaders, coaches, leaders, and advocates in support of me, and to be a member of the DH employee community for 17 years. I've been able to experience firsthand the opportunity for career growth, to develop strong colleagueship and friendships. The story of how I became a vice president in a division with 540 people in 7 departments, which was never on my bucket list, in the world of continuing professional development is a long and winding story. I would keep you here all night with those full details. However, the short story is that each time I swayed away from healthcare over the span of my 40-ish year career, it came looking for me. I was a high school student who was enrolled in college prep courses and tech ed at the same time, and this was in the 80s when it was referred to as vocational education. I worked on my nurse's aid certificate while taking courses to prepare me for traditional 4-year degree and my guidance counselor's assistance. I balked heavily at sitting for the SAT, a college entrance exam, which I did not do. I applied to only the schools that didn't require it. I entered a practical nursing program and left after the first semester because I was petrified of making a mistake. I have since learned that mistakes and failure are part of life, and if we are not finding ourselves in those zones, we may be limiting our choices and opportunities. I did what many of my friends were doing in 1984, 6 of them to be exact, which was to get married at 19, no less. Healthcare came calling for me, and I entered an EMT, emergency medical technician program, and ran with our local fast squad for a few years. And I also worked as an appointment secretary at the old hospital in downtown Hanover at the time. for a couple of years. While raising kids and delivering mail, life seemed not exciting enough. So I went back to school and finished my bachelor's degree and followed with my master's in education while working full time. And as you have all likely learned, for those of you who have children, it's not always easy to be at work and school. I left the Postal Service, which is the place that I learned the art of team facilitation and found a love for team training. I taught human services, a high school technical program in human development, where I had come full circle, and stepped into guidance in school administration. This is when healthcare came calling again, to a role that combined both the technical and people aspects of training and development. That was 2007, and the rest is history. However, what isn't history is your full story and the rest of mine. What is left is the impact that each of you bring to the heart of healthcare, with the special skills, abilities, and lived experiences that each of you have and what we need. I am a coach at heart. I tend to seek the good in the world and people and trust that the story of life and career is about the journey and not the destination. We all have our own reasons for why we choose a career path, why we stay on that said path or veer in another direction. Neither is right nor wrong. Last Wednesday, in the late hours of the night, my father-in-law was brought to the Dartmouth-Hitchcock Medical Center emergency room with what we thought at the time was an injured leg from taking a fall the previous night. What we have since learned is that he suffered a mild stroke. At this moment, he is at Cheshire Medical Center in an inpatient rehab bed recovering. He's about 85 miles from home, and as you can imagine, in his 90 years of stubborn New England upbringing, he has one request, and that is to be back home to his independence. He's doing well in his recovery, and this is simply one story of the many that you will be a player in during your career at Dartmouth Health. You are in the midst of an opportunity to share your knowledge, skills, and abilities, and your caring to those who most need it. At the core of our mission is the patient, and we can't fulfill that without the light shining within our mission and purpose of the WRI to bring a healthcare professions and opportunities to individuals who want to serve others in a way that brings them the needed care, comfort, and support of health and healing in their journeys. These people are you. Your successful transition to Dartmouth Health is a light for healthcare, a light that can provide a means for beds to be open, for interprofessional healthcare teams to exist, and for personal and professional development to flourish. We welcome you to Dartmouth Health. Whether you are starting or continuing your career in our health system, you are entering a new phase of your lives with a remarkable opportunity to learn and grow in a system that continues to look to the future and to provide for the now of our employees, patients, and community. There may be days when you will wonder why you started down this path, days when you receive feedback that isn't necessarily easy to hear, yet can be pivotal for growth. I encourage you to go into this next step brave, as you have done with choosing a program here, in your career with your mind and your heart opened, to rise to the challenge of taking it all in and growing as your best self. Your managers and mentors will be there to support, help, and guide you when you are uncertain. Feedback is a gift. It truly is. And when we take it in, we let it simmer and we reflect on it, of what we need and what we want to do with it, it can be a true joy in how we apply those lessons in our practice to be our best selves. We are proud of the journey that you have taken and the commitment that you have shown while in training. As each of you transitions from the role of student to that of employee, I am confident that you will engage the same dedication to propel you into highly satisfying careers. We welcome you to Dartmouth Health. We are happy to have you here. We look to you to use all of your senses to be the voice of your truth, the eyes of a new member of the team, the touch of a caring healthcare professional, the listening ears of a new member, and the nose of curiosity as you navigate this new experience and opportunity. I truly wish that you enjoy the journey ahead and enjoy this wonderful celebration of you, and I welcome you wholeheartedly to Dartmouth Health. Thank you.
Thank you, Dwayna. Speaking for everyone in the virtual audience, we appreciate your attendance and participation in tonight's wonderful celebration. Before we transition to the recognition of our each graduating cohort, we would like to say a thank you to some special individuals before their program is recognized. We believe the secret behind this significant event are the educators and instructors who have rendered their invaluable service and guidance and have shared their ideas and wisdom. With these exceptional graduates, we sincerely value their commitment to teaching and the ultimate effect they have had on these rising students through the Workforce Readiness Institute and Dartmouth Health. First, we would like to recognize our nurse assistant instructors at River Valley Community College and LNA Health Careers, who we collaborate with for our nurse assistant training programs. On behalf of the WRI staff and your students, we would like to express our gratitude for your continued dedication and support that you share throughout the training process of all the new licensed nurse assistants that we are celebrating here tonight. We are fortunate to have such a wonderful team of instructors to guide our nurse assistants in their new impactful roles on the front lines. We look forward to working with you for the remainder of 2023 and beyond. I would like to now introduce our two class speakers who are graduates from our Lebanon and Keene Nurse Assistant Training Programs, Victoria Ellis and Anna Knowlton. First, I would like to invite Victoria Ellis up to the virtual stage to speak on behalf of the Keene Nurse Assistant Training Program. Victoria was a member of the 4th cohort of nurse assistants at Cheshire Medical Center in 2022. She has been welcomed and valued addition to the Thompson unit at Cheshire Medical Center in Keene. Victoria? All right, I'm not seeing that Victoria is on, so we will move on to Anna Knowlton. Anna Knowlton is a graduate from the Lebanon program, the 7th cohort, and she is on 1 East. So Anna, would you please join us?
Certainly. Good evening, graduates, teachers, family, and friends. My name is Anna Knowlton, and it is an honor to speak on behalf of the LNA class of 2022-2023. And it is an even greater privilege to now have the title of Licensed Nursing Assistant. As my mother would say, it's truly where the rubber meets the road, where countless hours of practicing on mannequins becomes an influence in someone's life. We see people when they're in their most vulnerable state, and it's our duty to care for them. My words of advice are more of a reminder. You have significant influence and make a difference in all the lives you come across. I know you will be great with the responsibility that you all hold. For whether this is a stepping stone to your dream or your final destination, you are an essential cog in the machine that is someone's medical journey. No matter how big or small you think your impact is, it truly does matter. For all graduating tonight, be proud of your achievements. Right now, your hard work is paying off and all those roadblocks you've encountered have been overcome. It's time to celebrate and say thank you to all of those who have helped you along the way. No path in life is linear, and it is important to stop and reflect on your journey. Thank you again for Dartmouth Health for letting me speak. Now, let's all give a round of applause for all of you tonight.
Thank you, Anna. That was wonderful. I would now like to invite Carrie Dutton from LNA Health Careers up to the virtual stage to recognize the LNA graduates from Cheshire Medical Center. Carrie, the stage is yours.
Good evening, everybody. Thank you so much for allowing me to be a part of your graduation. Excited to be here, and I don't know how you top those two speakers, but I just would like to say that, you know, we're so proud of you, and the student is at the center of our mission to help you become competent and confident healthcare employees. And, you know, I've been lucky enough to meet each of you, and I know that you will fulfill that requirement for the job. And just want to thank you for doing all that you have done and the willingness to serve your community. First, we have Irma Conant. Congratulations. Next is Jessica Daniels. Great job. Victoria Ellis. Wonderful. Susanna Coyle. Congrats. Kathy Labate. Congratulations. Isabella LeClaire. Great job. Oh, okay. Laura Michelowitz. Jessica Savingo. Solomon Washington. Great job, Solomon.
Thank you, Carrie, and congratulations to the LNAs at Cheshire Medical Center. Without our fantastic LNAs, we could not provide the excellent care we at Dartmouth Health pride ourselves on. The Lebanon cohorts of LNA trainees worked hard through 6 to 7 week training programs, passed their exam, and gained their nurse assistant license. They should all be incredibly proud of themselves. I know we are. As the program lead for the Lebanon LNA training program, it is my pleasure to recognize the Lebanon nurse assistant graduates. And the graduates are Emily Barton, Erin Betters, Gabrielle Brown, Bianca Burlock, Brittany Carter, Allison Dewaney, Frederick Emery Jr., Ariana Bernal, Julia Heel, Caitlin Hilder, Judah Kroll, Jennifer Llewellyn, Chad Lyles, Anna McDonough, Anna Knowlton, and Mira Small. Congratulations to all of the nurse assistant graduates. As we transition to celebrating the accomplishments of our ophthalmic assistant graduates, I would like to invite Elaha to speak on behalf of the ophthalmic assistant class. Elaha, who is from our 2022 class, is now working in ophthalmology department at Dartmouth Hitchcock Medical Center. Please join me in welcoming Elaha.
Hi, everybody. My name is Alaha. I chose this training program because of my interest to work in the medical field and help patients. My ophthalmic assistant training involved a combination of classroom education and on-the-job training. It includes courses in eye anatomy and disease, as well as training in the use of specific instrument and equipment used in ophthalmology. Additionally, I work alongside experienced ophthalmic technician to gain hands-on experience in performing eye exams like pressure, visual acuity, and so on. Alongside, we had several courses and assignments that help us to improve our professionalism in our jobs, such as decision-making, self-control, stress management, resilience, and other factors which play important role in our job. The training has different aspects. First, it prepared me to work in a new job. I learned several things and it helped me to improve my professionalism. I would like to thank Kimberly McQueen, who was my teacher during this training, and Christine Totenkit and Jessica O'Connor for their support. And My final word to other graduates are be patient and persistent. The road to become a professional in the medical field can be long and challenging, but with patience and persistence, you will be able to achieve your goals, be a team player. Being able to work effectively with your colleagues will help you to provide the best care for your patients and embrace the challenge and enjoy the journey. Thank you very much for your attention.
Thank you, Elaha. That was great. We would like to recognize our ophthalmic assistant instructor, Kimberly McQuaid. On behalf of the WRI staff and your students, we would like to express our gratitude for your continued dedication, support, and knowledge that you shared throughout the training process. We are fortunate to have such a wonderful instructor to guide our ophthalmic to their new impactful roles. We look forward to our continued work together. I would now like to invite Kimberly McQuaid to the virtual stage to recognize the ophthalmic assistant graduate. Kimberly?
Usually takes a second. Hello, everybody. Okay, I'm gonna go. So most people, unless they're frequent visitors to an ophthalmology office, have never even heard of an ophthalmic assistant and are completely unaware of the role they play in eye care. In fact, ophthalmic technical personnel, and this includes our uncertified ophthalmic assistants, are highly trained and versatile members of the healthcare team. The OA is the first person the patient sees after the reception desk in an eye clinic. And they take the patient back to a little dark room and they take a detailed complaint, eye history, medical history, surgical history, family history, social history, and reviews and updates allergies and medications. And after they've spent 10 or 15 minutes doing all that, sometimes longer when they're trainees, then they do an eye exam. And that eye exam typically includes a vision check, refraction, pupil assessment, visual fields, muscle examinations, intraocular pressure checks, and any other tests that may have been ordered. And then they get the drops in the patient's eyes. So in addition to all those things, the ophthalmic assistants perform a whole ton of ancillary diagnostic testing and imaging, as well as assisting with minor office procedures. Overall, as you can see, this is a very diverse and important role in the clinic. And we depend heavily on our ophthalmic personnel to employ their critical thinking skills, as they must make decisions based on what they are learning from the patient as they go. OAs must be accurate in their patient assessments, since providers are making treatment decisions based on those assessments. OAs must pay attention to the tiniest of details and enter test results and any other documentation accordingly. It can be so difficult to introduce a person with very little knowledge of the human body to the intricacies of ophthalmology in 17 weeks. Adding to that challenge, I have found there's just not really a good linear way to introduce everything that they need to know. So it's not like first grade, second grade, third grade, fourth grade, et cetera, where you keep building on something you've already learned. For us, it's more like, okay, for the first week, we're going to learn medical school anatomy, college physics, high school biology, AP Latin, 11th grade algebra, pharmacology, manners by grandma, and we're going to read a whole bunch of self-help books. And then we'll spend the next 16 weeks putting it all together. So in July of 2022, I had 3, then 4, then 3 again students in the ophthalmic assistant training program. Program candidates are duly warned during the application and interview process of what lies ahead and of what the expectations are. They all nod and smile and say they understand, but they don't. Without fail, my students are always surprised by how much there is to learn, how hard it is, and how long it takes to get good at it. Some drop out early, Others drop out late. A few strong individuals make it through to the end. And as the program director, I am proud of all of my students, even those who don't make it all the way. I recognize the challenge that people have accepted by committing to this program in spite of knowing very little about the profession. I recognize that challenge of learning and remembering all these crazy things, along with everything else that's expected of them entering into a new job. I know it's not for everyone, but I am always impressed by the effort in the first place. Our days and weeks go fast. 4 months of intense training culminates in 2 wicked big tests. By the time we're ready for the test, the students and their instructor are pretty tired. For 17 weeks in 2022, Elaha Mosharraf and Delaney Moriarty embraced the challenges and persevered, successfully completing the program and passing their final exams. Unfortunately, Delaney had to leave DH for personal reasons upon completion. However, both ladies did satisfactorily complete all the requirements necessary and are now continuing in their education with boots on the ground. Elaha has integrated into our DH Lebanon Eye Clinic and continues to study and learn and grow. And she, as you can see, is doing fantastic. The WRI OA training program has allowed us to home grow our own ophthalmic technicians since 2016. The benefit for us is that we get to train people we desperately need in a manner consistent with our needs. The benefit to those trainees goes far beyond a paycheck. With the WRI training opportunities, we are giving our student employees skills they can draw on for a lifetime, even if they do not ultimately stay with us. We strive to make our trainees feel worthy of our efforts and valued for their contribution from the beginning. Our trainee participants are provided with eye-opening and thought-provoking professional development lessons and that they would not get anywhere else. Our trainee participants are given the time and the opportunity to make their rookie mistakes in a safe environment. New graduates are well prepared for their roles and are expected to become certified ophthalmic assistants within 6 to 12 months of graduating. In closing, I want to personally congratulate Elaha and Delaney and everybody else who has graduated from any other program in this system for a job well done. My 2 graduates met the highest of my expectations. My advice to them and to everyone here who has graduated from one of these programs is to breathe only a short sigh of relief, for this is not the end of your training, but rather the beginning. Rise above, be the best person you can be, keep an open and curious mind. The human body is an amazing and curious thing. Thank you.
Thank you, Kim. That was wonderful to hear. We now transition to celebrate the accomplishments of our pharmacy technician graduates. I would like to invite Joseph Higginbotham to speak on behalf of the pharmacy technician class. Joseph is from our most recent pharmacy technician class and now works in the inpatient pharmacy at Mount Piscataway. Joseph?
Thank you for that introduction, and thank you for giving me the opportunity to be able to speak tonight. I am so honored to be able to speak on behalf of my class of pharmacy technicians. My experience in the 9-week course was both enjoyable and gratifying. While going back to school as a 30-something felt a little daunting, the support from the WRI team was incredible. I can't believe how quickly that the 9 weeks flew by. I feel I have learned so many of the skills that I need as a technician and am so much better off after having gone through this experience. I did enjoy the hybrid learning experience, being able to work on-site at Mount Piscataway Hospital on practicum days while learning remotely the rest of the time. This model of learning is so efficient, giving the ample amount of time needed to focus on our studies. We were still able to gather twice as a group, which was a great experience as we got to know each other better. The coursework was not always easy. The amount of quizzes, tests, writing assignments were demanding and occupied much of my time this past fall. Learning so many of the long and complicated drug names, coupled with all of the math, was arduous. There were times I had doubts about whether or not I could do this. Ralph would keep telling us to trust the process, and so we did. By putting in the work, showing grit, not being afraid of failure, and having faith that things would work out in the end. The overall success rate of students passing the PTCE is something everyone here at the WRI should be proud of. With that said, Kevin and Ralph are always looking for new ways to make the course even better for future cohorts. Thank you to both of them. And thank you to my managers at Mount Ascutney Hospital, Nick and Martha, for all the support that they have given to me. Thank you to my family for putting up with me during these 9 weeks. None of this is possible without a good support network. In my new role at Mount Ascutney Inpatient Pharmacy, I continue to learn and grow each day, and I enjoy working as part of a team to support our patients. There is a greater confidence I now have thanks to this class. I am excited to continue down this career path. To all of my fellow cohorts, I would just like to say congratulations and wish you nothing but the best in your future careers. Thank you again.
Thank you, Joe. We appreciate you being here and speaking on behalf of the pharmacy technicians. Now I would like to invite our pharmacy technician training program instructor, Ralph Hohen, who has worked tirelessly to teach the technical and professional skills to our incoming pharm techs. Ralph, we are so grateful to have you on our team. And if anybody knows Ralph, he needs no further introduction. The floor is yours.
Thank you, Bethany. Good evening and a big heartfelt thank you from me as well to everybody who came here for attending this graduation. These occasions always turn out to be wonderful, uplifting, and usually teary experience as we celebrate so many successes. The WRI Pharmacy Technician program is one of the longest standing programs in the WRI portfolio, so long standing, in fact, that I myself went through it sometime in the previous century. The program success rate at accompanying the candidates through 19 Colby Sawyer College credits in less than 9 weeks, actually it's more like 7 weeks, as well as the about 100% pass rate at the nationally accredited pharmacy technician certification exam speaks for the hard work of the candidates. This being the winter 2023 graduation ceremony, we have chosen the learning team members of the PT 22-03 cohort as representing the pharmacy technician program in general. Here are some highlights from that experience. Priyanka Belakud. Priyanka arrived quietly, yet confidently, and rightly so, given her prior experience in healthcare overseas. She quickly adapted to local practices here and hit the ground running, finding innovative ways to augment the provided study resources. Her hard work paid off week after week. Ryan Flynn. Ryan made his presence felt from the start, asking intelligent, inquisitive questions even before the program had actually begun, and always challenging the hapless instructor, usually with Kevin, our program leader's immediate and unequivocal support. Then there was Joseph, who you just met. Joe presented as the steady, quietly competent, and generally exemplary role model that kept us all grounded. He pursued each topic with deep interest and with his very own personal mission, often following up when the rest of us were already rushing headlong into the next topic in the never-ending sequence that is the PT program. Mitchell Kovrek looked left, looked right, and then wrote about it. Mitchell was the single most prolific email correspondent of this cohort and all previous cohorts combined, in fact, a very welcome level, actually, of communication. He took our early advice to heart to communicate, even at the risk of over-communicating. There's actually no such thing. And then to communicate some more. We very much appreciated and continue to appreciate this. Amber joined the learning team with a mission. She knew exactly what she wanted to get out of the pharmacy tech program, and she invested in the program accordingly, often pulling in any family members who were unable to escape quickly enough: kids, pets, spouses, grandparents, friends. Brittany, even if perhaps she did not want to admit it immediately, we all knew from the start that there was nothing Brittany was not prepared to do on her quest to reach her goal of absorbing as much information as she absolutely possibly could and to succeed. Eventually, she did mention that she is both competitive and ambitious, and that actually stood her in very good stead. May these candidates, as well as their today unnamed WRI Pharmacy Tech program graduate colleagues, continue to be an inspiration to their colleagues. May they bask in their success. And thank you all again for attending and celebrating with us.
Thank you, Ralph, and congratulations again to our pharmacy technician graduates. We appreciate all of your hard work supporting our pharmacies throughout the system. As we transition into the MA segment, first we would like to recognize our medical assistant instructors, Maureen Brockway, Linda Savinsky, and Lynn Lagasse. On behalf of the WRI staff and our students, we would like to express our gratitude for the continued dedication and support that you share throughout the training process of all the new medical assistants that we are celebrating here tonight. We are fortunate to have such a wonderful team of instructors to guide our medical assistants into their new roles. We look forward to your continued efforts to train future medical assistants. We will now hear from two of our graduating medical assistants, Abigail Governor and Shawnee Roya. We will begin with Abigail Governor. Abigail is a medical assistant apprentice in dermatology at Cheshire Medical Center in Keene and represents our third cohort of medical assistants in 2022. Abby?
Hello. I am one of the fortunate ones to have been chosen for the medical assistant program through Dartmouth Health. I know I'm supposed to put on a smile and say it was great and perfect, but I won't sugarcoat it. There were tears, disagreements, laughter, stress, and accomplishments. This program brought a lot of emotions for me, and I'm so grateful to be speaking for my fellow classmates about the 11 weeks. The first weeks were intimidating, but exciting. Starting somewhere with new people and a new environment. We all walked in with bright faces, thinking of how many doors were going to open for us. Then the first couple weeks came by and went, and by week 3, we were all wondering what a huge mistake we made going through this, having anxiety, trying to find our new normal, or even crying because we forgot one of the many homework assignments that were due. We had to learn to juggle homework, studying, other jobs, families, home life, and still try to find time for us in the midst of it all. We were all getting pulled in a million different directions, and somehow we stayed focused and we met the end goal. This experience has changed me in many ways, and I didn't think were possible. My strong suit has always been hands-on learning. So when I signed up for this, I knew I was really testing my abilities. For a long time, I didn't think I was truly smart enough to go to college, and I had poor outlook on school, and I just never thought I could make it this far. Going through this program and being shown by my advisors and my educators I'm capable of doing anything that I put my mind to really was a true gift. I now know I'm good enough and I can do whatever I want in life. This has changed me for the better, and I will now be heading my way to nursing school this fall. Something that stood out to me was something that my teacher Linda said. She told us when you're having the worst day ever and you just can't help but get through it, just be a duck. Above the water, you're just floating by, all calm and content, but underneath your feet are flapping like crazy and you're ready to scream. When I'm having a horrible day, I think about this moment and laugh because that's all I can do is just scream on the inside, but be calm and collected on the outside. Fellow graduates, we made it. We met our goals and we're all on new paths. Whether you further your education or just keep doing what you're doing, just remember we've already done so much. I'm so proud of all of us for going down this journey together. Thank you.
Thank you, Abby. That was wonderful. Now I would like to introduce Shawnee Roya as class speaker for the Community Group Practice Training Program. Shawnee is working in family practice in Nashua, New Hampshire, and represents our 5th cohort of medical assistants in 2022. Shawnee?
Hi, everyone. My name is Shawnee. I would just like to start and say this class, I think, really proved the fact that different people who walk different paths in their lives can really come together and form a bond that they didn't really see coming. Some of our classmates had recently graduated high school. Many chose this as a second career, and some of us were just looking to climb through the ranks within the departments that we were already in. This class clicked almost immediately, and we almost constantly cheered each other on. From making fun of our personal icks, like Toe Town, and helping each other through things that we didn't really think we could do, like phlebotomy. We continue to learn our new scopes. And I just want everybody to remember, as Linda always said, be kind to yourself. In 12 weeks, we achieved a goal that most people traditionally earn over the course of 2 years. Every single one of you will achieve great things, and I'm very grateful to call you all friends.
Thank you, Shawnee. All right, so next, to recognize the Keene graduates, I'm going to ask Linda Savinsky to come up to the stage.
Good evening, everyone. I'd like to start off first with a big shout out to our team members, Bethany, Kristen, and Ryan, for hosting tonight's event. As Bethany said, my name is Linda Savinsky, and I have the good fortune to be one of the nurse educators for the Medical Assistant Apprentice Program. I'm not only proud, but honored to be able to be part of tonight's celebration, recognizing so many accomplishments. Those finishing their apprenticeship, as well as those that have completed their initial training and have begun their apprenticeship. So last summer, the Cheshire Medical Center in Keene held their 2022 Medical Assistant Apprentice Program. We faced some unique challenges in the beginning, but we had a strong and committed group of students and instructors who stepped up and championed through it all. This truly needs to be acknowledged and commended because it speaks volumes for the students' desire to help others and their determination to achieve success in this program, qualities we all want in our medical assistants. Our group of students were entering this program for a variety of different reasons and from different backgrounds. It's never easy to come into a group where you don't know anyone and worry if it's anything you will have in common. Will you connect with one another? And it was amazing to see you help and challenge each other throughout the program, encourage each other, draw strength from one another, and then in the end, get to celebrate passing your national exam. Yes. Since passing your national exam in August, you've been caring for your patients, gaining their trust, growing with your teams, and embarking on the next phase of your medical assisting through your apprenticeship. You should be more than proud of yourselves for what you have done and continue to do. Let me remind you of all that you were able to do in the 11-week program. 6 college courses, 2 classes of writing assignments, skills assessments, and passing your NHA exam. With all of that, I hope you see how strong you are, that you never gave up, and how much you have grown from the person you were before the program. I would be amiss if I didn't express my appreciation to the team that worked together in Keene. Lynn Lagasse, Dina Carlin, Maureen Brockway, and Melissa Gartman. I am honored to be part of such a dedicated team who worked together for the students and did what was needed for the program. Our commitment to our students, each other, and the program should make each of us proud to have been a part of it. Now to the friends and family of these hardworking MAs, thank you. Thank you for being there for them, supporting them, encouraging them, waking them up when they fell asleep on top of their books. They are lucky to have you there for them throughout this. Each of you are part of their accomplishments. Today, I speak on behalf of the team who taught, counseled, quizzed, laughed with, redirected, and generally cheered on Team Keene. We know this is not an easy program, doable, but not easy. We are grateful to you for allowing us to be a part of your beginning. We truly draw our reward from seeing you grow and succeed. So on behalf of us, Thank you so much, and may we say, well done. Let me share a quote that truly embodies all of you, and it's from Christopher Robin to Winnie the Pooh. You are braver than you believe, stronger than you seem, and smarter than you think. So take a moment to reflect on all that you have accomplished, because it was you who did it all. Congratulations, everyone. We are very proud of each of you. And at this time, we would like to acknowledge those graduating tonight from the Medical Assistant Apprentice Keen Program, Summer 2022. Gabriel Bent, Alyssa Downing, Abigail Governor, Caitlin Kalansky, and Emily Trimble. So proud of you all, guys. Great job.
Thank you, Linda, and congratulations to our Keen medical assistants. Next, we will ask William Landry, the program leader for our Lebanon medical assistant class, to come to the stage.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome. Thank you for joining us tonight for the WRI Graduation Winter 2023. I'm going to keep my sentiments brief here because our man of the hour who has arrived, his name is Trevor, who was in this class, is here, and I'd like for him to share his thoughts in regards to the class. But prior to bringing him up to the stage, again, this class was such a pleasure. I really appreciated the enthusiasm and just the care that they had for each other as they went through this class. Every time that I was had the fortune of being able to be in the classroom with them, there was always a great competitive spirit, always a great camaraderie, sense of welcome as we came into the class. Maureen can't be here tonight, but she did a fantastic job with this group, as she does with every group. We really are grateful for their success and everything that they're doing for the organization day in and day out. But with that being said, let me go ahead and bring Trevor to the virtual stage.
Hey, thanks. Well, I wanted to start by saying congratulations to everybody. Feels really weird that we've been done with this 11-week program for over a month now. I thought it should have felt a little longer, but here we are. After only 11 weeks, we're put in a position where we're responsible to a certain degree for people's health, and soon enough we'll start poking people with needles. I didn't imagine a short time ago that I'd be in a position where I'd be poking people with needles, but here I am. Along with all of you, a fully fledged healthcare professional. This has been a really cool experience for me personally. So far in the clinic, I've seen a lot of super interesting and rare medical conditions. Oh, that was so cool. I've never seen anything like that before. And as Haley can attest, there are a lot of references to Dr. Pimple Popper made in dermatology where we are. But I've been able to help in surgeries, which has been really cool. It feels pretty cool to be late to something and just say like, hey, sorry I'm late, I've been in a surgery, So, that's pretty cool. Obviously, it's not all been rosy. As is to be expected, people can be grouchy or rude. They're often less than perfectly healthy. So it's par for the course. But I've been genuinely surprised at how thankful people can be. I found people thanking me and the doctor at the end of visits. I usually don't feel like I've done much of anything to deserve that kind of thanks, but some patients who have been particularly nervous are greatly appreciative when you listen to their problems, that you help calm their nerves, and just that you show that they care, show that you care rather, about helping them, and that you help keep the doctor on track during a visit. So even though we may be at the lower end of the medical totem pole, we still have an impact on people's health and lives. And I'm really excited about what's ahead, and I'm really excited for all of you.
Thank you so much, Trevor. We appreciate you being here. And I'm assuming you were late this evening because you were in surgery. So thanks for being here. Thanks for getting out on time.
Still wearing my scrubs.
Excellent. Thank you so much. And to the fall Lebanon class of 2022, congratulations, great job. Excited to see what you're going to do here in the next year of your apprenticeship. Looking forward to catching up throughout the year, checking in, and good luck with the rest of your time. Without further ado, our graduates for the Medical Assistant Lebanon cohort are Alexandra Beard, Chloe Benjamin, Trevor Bylarski, Charity Chen, Taylor Crate, Acadia Dellinger, Kathy Kierstead, Haley Lord, Megan Moses, Amelia Roth, Taylor Sheehan, thanks again. Congratulations, everybody.
Thank you, Will, and thank you, Trevor. We are so happy that you were able to join us. I would now like to ask Linda Savinsky back up to the virtual stage to share a few words about the CGB cohort of medical assistants.
Thank you, Bethany, and good evening again, everyone. So this past September, the community group practices here in the southern region of New Hampshire began its fall 2022 Medical Assistant Apprentice Program. From the beginning, starting from the interviews and the selections and throughout the 11-week program, this group of students proved time and time again their desire and eagerness to learn. Our group of students not only brought their unique selves to the classroom, but also their strong traits of support for one another. You challenged each other throughout the program, encouraged each other, drew strength from one another, and celebrated your success together. Former business owners, bank managers, school bus drivers, LNAs, though different backgrounds, you all shared the challenges, the victories, the laughter, all the giggles, and at times some tears, but you were always there for one another. So think on how you felt when you first walked into that classroom on day one. The stack of books you were assigned, already having homework, all homework. And at times you have doubted you could do it all, questioning, as Abby said earlier, what have I got myself into? Here is where you each sit up a little taller, because allow me to remind you of your success. Not only did you pass all your classes, you also TRIPSI'd a national exam, all done in 11 weeks. And thus began your journey now with your departments and your team members. I'd like to take this time now to remind you of a few things. Though there was a vast diversity in where each of you were coming from and why you chose this path, you grew in your understanding of each other, acceptance, and in your friendships right from the start. Believe it or not, Summer, math isn't so bad and is a necessary part of your job, even on Fridays. Perseverance and determination goes a long way, and it didn't stop at the end of class. Who knew that one of our team members was an aspiring doctor at the age of 9? Always remain true to yourself, because you were chosen for who you are. Puppy dog noses and kitty cat tails are always welcome to my remote classes. Trials and victories both give us the chance to learn and grow. And lastly, believe in yourself and you are unstoppable. I feel I speak on behalf of the students as well as myself when I give a huge thank you to our amazing and resilient Dina Carlin. Dina, your never-ending support and skills of advocating for the students is inspiring. And I cannot thank you enough for your strength, your laughter, and for being such a resource for the students and for me. You worked endlessly to support each of the students through their professional development and now through their apprenticeship. Thanks, Thelma. Thank you to the families and friends of these amazing individuals. They are fortunate to have your love and support throughout this, as you are a big part of their success. To my former students who are also my colleagues, thank you for letting me be a part in your amazing journey. Never doubt your ability to persevere and rise to a challenge. Believe in yourself just as your supportive family and friends do. I cannot properly express how proud I am of each of you and can't wait to see where your careers take you. To those of you who have now completed your apprenticeship year, it feels like it was just a few months ago, you too were celebrating your course graduation. Your commitment to your own growth, to your patience and your team is impressive and a great example to others. I hope it also stirs a sense of great pride for you. You will always be learning and growing on this amazing career path, and your team and patience will benefit from it. So whether you are graduating tonight from the course or from your apprenticeship, take a moment to look back on your triumphs and your resilience. Put your hands on your hips and smile, because you can proudly say, I did it. Congratulations, everyone. I am so proud of you. So at this time, we would like to acknowledge those graduating tonight from the Medical Assistant Apprenticeship Community Group Practice Program, Fall of 2022. Katie Ahern, Jordan Briggs, Gabrielle Kremen, Summer Granger, Kelly Hill, Liz Jones, Lena Labor, Abby Lopez, Jacqueline Nayokis, Jamie Osgood, Shani Royer, Jasmine Troxler, Laura Valancourt, Tala, Tom, Zia, and Grace Zona. I am so proud of you guys. Congratulations.
Thank you again, Linda, and congratulations to all of our medical assistants. So up next, I am going to pass the virtual mic over to Kristen Lafremoy, and she will take us through the Outstanding Student Award, lead us through our apprenticeship graduates, and our closing remarks. Thank you again all for being here. It was my pleasure to be a part of this event. Kristen.
Thank you, Bethany. It is my pleasure to be representing the selection committee for the Outstanding Student of the Year. This recognition is awarded to a graduating student who has been nominated by their program team. The recipient will have displayed outstanding academic achievements, has motivated and inspired others, and exemplified integrity throughout their learning journey. To be eligible for the award, the student must have a minimum GPA of 90% or above and have demonstrated continuous professionalism. This includes strong work ethic, communication, teamwork, problem solving, self-development, empathy, and initiative. As part of the selection committee, I was inspired reading the nominations and hearing about the incredible individuals who are growing in our health system. Tonight, in addition to sharing our Outstanding Student of the Year winner, I would also like to recognize our runner-ups. Please join me in recognizing Joseph Higginbotham from our pharmacy technician class and Lena Labor from our Dartmouth Hitchcock Clinic's medical assistant class. And without further ado, it is my pleasure to announce the Outstanding Student Award goes to Elaha from the 2022 class of ophthalmic assistants. Congratulations. As we move from classroom to practical application, we have a few more accomplishments to highlight and celebrate this evening. 2 of our training programs extend the structured learning journey past the 9 or 11-week classroom experience as students transition from trainees to the role of an apprentice. A registered apprenticeship is a structured onboarding process that provides continuous hands-on training for individuals learning a craft or a trade. Our 2 apprenticeship programs include 2,000 hours of on-the-job training, focusing on the technical and professional competencies or skills required for a pharmacy technician or medical assistant. These individuals we celebrate tonight have gone beyond the classroom, continued their learning, and demonstrated competence and confidence in their skills. They joined the ranks of the 593,000 individuals nationwide entering into an apprenticeship last year. Please pay special attention to some of our distinguished apprenticeship completion graduates that have gone above and beyond in their learning. Through our partnership with Colby Sawyer College, apprentices can enroll in 4 optional online courses that provide additional learning, reflection, and professional development. The course series includes 4 6-week courses through which apprentices obtain additional college credits and growth opportunities. These students, while learning their new roles, have also continued to advance their learning, which is truly an added level of achievement. Note that those who have completed the Colby Sawyer Apprentice series will have an additional notation on their graduation slide. We now recognize our pharmacy technicians who have completed their 2,000-hour United States Department of Labor registered apprenticeships. These individuals have earned their national credential and are joining the ranks of millions of apprenticeship graduates across the country. As we transition to celebrate our apprenticeships, I would like to invite Erica Salamari, a certified pharmacy technician in our specialty pharmacy, to speak on behalf of the apprenticeship completion graduates. Erica, the virtual stage is yours.
Thank you. I never worked in any part of the medical field, so learning to be a pharmacy technician has been a challenge. I decided to be a pharm tech because I just needed a change in my life. My experience as a pharmacy tech has been wonderful. Everyone I've worked with has just been so kind and always willing to help and teach me whenever they are able to with any questions or concerns that I may have. My supervisors have been so supportive and cooperative, and they've just made this whole experience much more pleasant. Though I could basically say the same thing for any of my coworkers that I've met so far. Calling patients has even been an interesting experience as well. Though I'm used to calling people from my previous jobs, calling patients is an entirely different world. You're able to get a better understanding of what they're going through and learning to truly sympathize with them, and just knowing that you're helping them get the treatment they need makes it feel all the more fulfilling. This apprenticeship meant a lot to me because not only did it show me I can do anything I set my mind to, which is obvious, but I know it's different when you actually do it, especially when it comes to changing your career path. But it helped me start a new chapter in my life in New Hampshire while also being able to help people. The overall journey has just been amazing. I met a lot of new people who have been nothing but nice and helpful towards me. I learned a lot and I'm still learning. The WRI program may have been the longest and shortest 9 weeks of my life. Honestly, still fun, but it was very worth it. Very, very worth it. I'm so glad I'm in a career path where I'm able to help people and continue to learn for years to come.
Thank you, Erica. Okay, that was wonderful. I am proud to announce our pharmacy technicians who are working to support operations in our pharmacies. So Erica, Salamari, Alexandra Vanderkloot, and Joshua Whipple. Congratulations to our pharmacy technicians as they have recently completed their apprenticeship. We will now transition to the individuals who are the faces of our ambulatory clinics across Cheshire Medical Center, DHMC in Lebanon, New London Hospital, Alice Peck Day, and in our Dartmouth Hitchcock clinics. To speak on behalf of her fellow apprenticeship graduates, I am pleased to invite Jessica, an MA working in general internal medicine at DHMC in Lebanon, to the virtual stage.
Hello, everybody. I hope you can hear me. I must say the 11 weeks flew by, the year of apprenticeship flew by, and all of a sudden we're in 2023 and just keep flying along. I never really thought about doing an apprenticeship before. I've worked in healthcare at the Dartmouth Pharmacy for about 5 years, and I never thought about doing the apprenticeship myself, let alone kind of switching gears from pharmacy. I never thought of being able to have the opportunity to go to college, let alone, you know, being able to afford to, you know, be an apprentice, not working full time. And I kind of skipped a lot of things. I went straight from high school to having my daughter and getting married. And here I am a year later, you know, finishing the, top half of my class and excelling. And I'm working towards my associate's degree right now. I've got one class and another to go, and then graduating in May, which is really exciting. And I wouldn't have had the opportunity if not for the training program to be a medical assistant. Going from the classroom to the clinic has been amazing. My department is amazing. They're very flexible and understanding, and they're truly invested in the life of an apprentice, and they understand that it takes time to kind of get used to what you're doing. I've since moved to the Lyme Clinic as of the beginning of this month, which is a whole new venture. I get to put some more skills that I didn't use at GIM Lebanon. I'm drawing blood, doing all sorts of things, and I'm the only medical assistant there. So a lot of prescription things and in-basket things that, other staff don't do. So that's falling on me, but I love stress. Bring it on. I thrive in the chaos. If anyone is ever looking to do an apprenticeship, I mean, you think you can't do it, but you really can. I never thought that I was smart enough to get through it, have amazing grades, let alone be enrolled in Colby Sawyer College, going after my associate's degree, and it's a few months away, and it's crazy. I can only thank my instructors, Maureen and Jessica, have been amazing. My family, my husband is so supportive. He'll be glad when he finally gets me back full time and I'm not focused on school. Thanks to my mom, has always supported me in everything I've done, and I know she always will. But congratulations to everybody, and keep on trucking. It's so worth it.
Thank you so much, Jessica. Great. So it is my pleasure to announce the medical assistants who have successfully completed their apprenticeships. Samantha Brenner Cummings, Kaylee Colby, Jessica Hill, Jessica Kiblin, Sequoia Kingsbury, Melissa LaPlume, Nicole Pace, Keith Pace, Adam Parker, Justine Fenning, Lindsay Rice, Rachel Trubiano, Kiana Vinslet, and Sarah Young. Congratulations, medical assistants. So in closing, what a wonderful evening. Graduations are one of our favorite nights of the year. As we bask in celebrating the hard work of our graduates, nurse assistants, pharmacy technicians, medical assistants, and apprentices, I'm humbled and grateful to celebrate their success. On behalf of the Workforce Readiness Institute, I am happy to see the mission shine through our graduates, our training partners, and our organizational leaders who are here with us tonight. Our goal is to identify a sustainable source of qualified, engaged workers who bring the skills, commitment, and values we need to provide the best patient care. Seeing the faces and hearing the words of our graduates, this mission continues to be woven through our health system as trainees and apprentices take their passion into their given roles. Each of our graduates has and will continue to learn, grow, and bring their best selves into their work. Now to the graduates. In addition to proudly celebrating your success in your learning, we want to thank you. Thank you for starting this path, for choosing healthcare, for your hard work, for showing up day after day, for your smiles, the inspiration, the motivation, and most importantly, choosing the Workforce Readiness Institute and Dartmouth Health. On behalf of the WRI team, the Dartmouth Health team, and the community that you care for, we thank you. Nurse assistants, MAs, farm techs, and apprentices, we hope you all are incredibly proud of yourselves because we certainly are. We look forward to seeing all that you accomplish. Congratulations. Please join me in congratulating our graduates and enjoy the pride in their success from the comfort of your home. Thank you all for joining us and have a wonderful and safe evening.